If you've been watching my recent videos, you'll know that I've been featuring a ton of the vintage taps, a number of lucite ones, some other ones, and with all that said, I figured I'd do something that's a little bit more modern, or at least I think slightly more modern, and that is this Shipyard Applehead Ale. And with Shipyard, it's notable they are a brewery up in Maine. They're right in Portland, absolutely great folks. And they're notable for doing a lot of figural taps. So a lot of their figural taps, I believe, are produced by Tap Handles. That's one of the big tap handle producers. If you're actually getting any of the taps new in their original box, then it'll oftentimes have that tap handle producer on it. With this one, I don't know when this tap was done or when this beer was produced, if it was a newer one or an older one, because I personally don't remember having seen this before. So there's a chance that this might be a slightly older one, or it may have been a slightly newer one that they released. One of the things that's interesting to note is a lot of times when I'm thinking of something that has an apple design, I might accidentally assume that it's a cider, and this is apparently an ale. So this is Shipyard Applehead Ale, and this is a little bit different than some of their other taps. So some of their other taps will have a smaller portion like this, sometimes with a little bit of a design around the edge with a figural portion on the top. With this one is a little bit of a different design. You'll see that this is a larger, slightly triangular shape, so it's angled out a little bit, and it does have the three sides there with the name and everything on all three sides, and then it's got a relatively small figural element that's up at the top, and that is this element figural portion, which is quite amusing, fairly funny. It's a apple that's wearing sunglasses, and you'll see that there's these leaves on the top. One of the things to always check out for any figurals is any damage. And so you'll see with this one, there is a section right there that has been broken off. And the rest of the leaves actually look like they're in pretty good shape. So always good to kind of check that out and examine that. With figurals, typically I've got a couple of different condition states that I'm looking for with them. One is the figural thing there mostly intact, mostly complete? If it's fully intact and only painting chips or stuff like that, then that's in fairly solid condition. That'd be pretty close to something I'd consider to be very good condition. If you do have any of the figural portions that are fragile, so this portion here apparently looks like it must have been fairly fragile, then there's also a few other ones like the what is it, the long trail. They've got like a double bag, long trail double bag. That's one that I'll commonly see, where like the tail of the cow will be chipped off. And then same thing with Shipyard, they've got one that has a monkey on it, monkey fist. I believe that that's one of the Shipyard ones, and so sometimes the tail of the monkey will be chipped off it. So just worth noting that with any figural ones is that you'll have some ones like that. And the first thing I always check is for the main portion, make sure that that is actually complete, and then get a sense for any sort of minor damage or wear like that. Once again, Shipyard Applehead Ale. Had not seen this one before. Oh, another thing too is you can always check down here, and sometimes this will actually give you the name of the producers. It says made in China, and can't quite read what it says there.